Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2022 as we continue our Journeyman Glory Hunter run. For now, with Newcastle United, we finally have a job offer. We are in January, so we've already gone through half of the year. We finally got a job. The only offer I could even find. Like, there was like 0 jobs out there. Finally got one to pop up. Applied for it, interviewed, got the job offer. Problem is, we're doing really well in the league, and I kind of don't want to leave, but we're gonna have to. Let's get into the episode. All right, here we are in a game, and as you can see, I mean, we got a couple losses, don't get me wrong, they're in there. But mostly wins and a few draws. The only losses were we had one to Man United, one to Arsenal, and then one to Inter that didn't matter because we'd already beaten them in the first leg, or not the leg. I guess this wasn't an aggregate thing. This was we'd already won 5 of the games in the Champions Cup group. So the loss to Inter mattered not at all because we were still getting out of that group in first place. Oh, and then we lost to Leicester. So that was I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. That was kind of a weird one. But anyway, we're doing pretty well. We're in 3rd place in the league. The difference between this year and last year, though, is we're in 3rd place within striking range of first place still because nobody else is doing like amazingly, outstandingly well. Man United's already got 4 draws as well. Man City's got 3 draws. Arsenal's got 5 draws. A couple they've got losses here and there as well. We've got the biggest goal differential. So we're doing really good. We're still in the Carabao Cup. We're actually coming up to the final of the Carabao Cup here in about a month and a half. We finished the European Super Cup. We obviously saw that. We were the winner there. That's one game I've shown you guys this season. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still in the Champions Cup. I mean, we're in stuff, right? And here's the other thing. We have like so many good players. We have 4 of the top 50 players in the 4 of the top 10 players in the world. We have like 12 of the top 50 players in the world or something crazy like that. Even some of our backups are in the top 50. We have the best player in England. We've got the best player in France. We've got the best player in Europe, best footballer. We've got the best striker in Europe, best golden boy. We've got the best youngsters in Europe. We've got the best of just about every category you could find. And we've got a really good team. We've got a really good team. So part of me doesn't want to leave because I would love to see what this team could do this year. But it's not the point, right? The whole point of this is to check the things off that Glory Hunter list and move on. And we have. The only other thing we could technically potentially get with England is a Euro Cup thing. And if our team's doing this good, we're not going to get in the Euro. So it's irrelevant, right? So the team that we have an offer for is a team that could get into the Euros, or I can't remember if they already are, but they're heading for it or something like that. But anyway, the vision was, hey, qualify for the Euros. I'm like, oh, that works perfect for us because that's kind of our goal. It is not one of the top teams because none of those have come up. The only other team that has come up for offer for a job potential was RB Leipzig, and I intentionally ignored that one because we played with them last year's in FM 2021, and I didn't want to play with them again, even though they were awesome. I love that team a lot. It was probably my 2nd favorite team behind this Newcastle team, but I want to do something a little different. So we did find another team in Germany, and it's the 5th best team as far as financial situation. So it's not great, but it's pretty close to the 3 above it. And then the only one above that is FC Bayern. FC Bayern's at like 200 mil. All the next 4 are between 80 and 100 mil, something like that. So it's in that range, and so it definitely has some potential. So here's the team. It is Borussia Mönchengladbach. I'm going to have to learn how to say that properly. They actually give me a £109 million transfer budget, which isn't too bad. We could definitely work with that. £2 million wage budget is pretty tight, though. That was going to be pretty tough. I don't think we can pass this up. I think we have to take this job offer. We've got to get out of England. We've got to move on and do some things. Oh, actually, they want me to qualify for the Champions Cup. I misread that. My apologies. We've got to move on. We've got to start checking some more things off this list. So, I mean, this is a team that will take a couple years of work, which is fine. The sooner we get to a team like this, the sooner we can work on it. We do have 2 weeks left of the transfer window with a little bit of budget. So we can technically bring a couple guys in to try and help us out. I think we have to take this job, guys. So we're going to start negotiations, see if I can bump them up a little bit on the wage, because we're taking a wage cut if we take it as is. All right, they'll take it. Well, there we go, guys. Goodbye, Newcastle United. We love you so much. I can't imagine we're going to have another team as good as you are. But it's time to move on to the next thing on our list. And here comes Germany. I could have, truth be told, I could have asked them to let me stay at this team until the end of the season. But I was like, why? It doesn't matter. It would be, it would improve our overall reputation if I won some more things. But why don't we just go to Germany and start winning some things there, improve our reputation that way? So that's what we did. That's the choice we made. Oh, come on. It's such a good team. But here we go. I guess eyebrows have been raised again. I have a record 297 wins, 81 draws, 108 defeats. I've won 2 league titles, 6 cups. First game will be against Hertha Berlin, which we played obviously last year with Newcastle, so we know them relatively okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else here about it. So let's get into this. We're currently in 5th place. 5th place is not bad, honestly. This is not a bad position to be taken with this team. Good reputation. I mean, really, honestly, I think this should be a decent move. And they've won the Bundesliga 5 times, although not since 1977 apparently. They've also won the DFB Pokal. Although they did actually just won that in 2031, so that's recent. So they're definitely good enough to win some of these things. They haven't won the Champions League. In fact, yeah, there's nothing about the Champions League. They've won the Euros 3 times though. So a team that could do some stuff with some work. We'll see what kind of team we've got here. Nothing here we care about. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm surprised eyebrows have not been raised because eyebrows are almost always raised. We did just pass 200 games with Newcastle United, by the way. That's a lot of games. That's probably more games than we should have spent in one team, but that's okay. We're just going to delay all that stuff for right now. Playing time expectations. Okay, we'll just, whatever, confirm whatever was there before. Youth intake. Not terrible. I mean, a 5-star youth intake. That's better than what we were getting at Newcastle. I could get a little bit more money. That's not like a 4 mil. 4 mil, and like, that's really not much. I'd rather just keep it a little bit easy this first year in. So we'll just leave it at the lower expectations for right now. I don't worry about the tactics right now. We'll come back to you. And let's get into our first press conference. I was like, where's the question? I couldn't see it hidden in there. What does it mean for you to be given this opportunity? I'm very excited. Great club. Do you feel the expectations asked of you this season have been fair and realistic? I'm very happy with the direction. Over your career, you become well known for your distinctive brand of football. I believe I will bring that here. In leaving your previous job, you disappointed a number of Newcastle supporters. Do you regret that? Of course I do. Are you excited? The prospect? Yes, I am. Yes, I'm definitely going to be getting a strong dressing room atmosphere here as well. I am taking a big step down, but I'm very pleased, definitely. I must be new here, but the players aren't. They know how to play well. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Do you think that still being in competitions like Champions Cup will be beneficial? Yeah, sure, why not? What approach will you take to your backroom team? We won't make any sweeping changes. I can't wait. I'm very confident. Man, how many questions you guys going to ask me? We're only halfway there. All right, we're just going to skip through the rest of these. I'll just go through all these. I'm not going to read them all. Yes, we're doing things. We're happy. Couldn't be happier to be here. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. Tactics. Yeah, okay, I'll come back to you in a second. I don't want to create a tactic right now. We'll just load a tactic. We'll load the one we've been using. I doubt we got the players for it right now. Let's actually check real quick. Is that the best 11 without restrictions? Okay, there's the best 11 without restrictions. I mean, could make it work. We definitely need a couple improvements. I mean, we got a good attacking midfielder. Honestly, midfield itself looks pretty okay. Defenders definitely need better, especially if these two guys are injured right now. Wingbacks, I'm okay with that. I mean, we've been running 2.5-star wingbacks at our other team this whole time. We've got two good strikers probably. The third one we definitely need to get a replacement for. But yeah, like I said, we've got a little bit of time in the transfer window, a little bit of money. When is the transfer window actually in? Does it say here? I don't know if it's the exact same time as... Okay, so it ends on Monday the 2nd. So we've got a little bit more than 2 weeks to get some guys in, which plenty of money, plenty of time. We could definitely get a couple impact guys in here. We might go back to Newcastle, see if we can get anybody from there. But definitely some work cut out for us. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Let's check the schedule real quick. They're definitely struggling. They had a few good little runs here and there, but they're definitely struggling right now. Several draws right now. Since this game is tomorrow, we're still in the cup. You know, that's not bad. I don't care about the new. Did we really? I didn't even look. I did not even look at who Newcastle got in the Champions Cup knockout round. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. We're gonna get destroyed. Newcastle's so good. All right, we're gonna come back for. I'm gonna come back for the cup game because that is still relevant. There's still a chance, and we'll come back for probably VfL Wolfsburg here. We'll do that double header there. I think that will be pretty good. Yep, I like it. So let me put a quick pause in the video and we'll be right back. All right, I decided before I get too far along, let's take a look at what we've got currently with maybe the formation that we might be trying. I will say I did go to Newcastle and none of the players want to come play here, except for one. There is one player that wants to come here, and that's Andrada, the goalkeeper, but we've actually got some decent goalkeepers here already. I mean, 31 years old, you know, getting a little bit up there, but goalkeepers I feel like can last a little bit longer, so I don't think we have to rush out to go get us another goalkeeper right this second. Honestly, not a bad team. Now, this is relative to where they're at right now. Like this is relative to their team, to be fair. So a 4-star here does not equate to a 4-star Newcastle, but you know, we got some players here that can play in some spots and do what we need to do. We got Malin, Lucio, or I guess Freita, Lokwa, Mofi. Like, for example, if we were to say Malin is our main guy, wherever we decide to play him, this Antonio guy, probably play him as striker. What about Lokwa? Lokwa can come down here. Mafi. Probably Mafi as our next guy. And then Oliveira, whatever their name is. I have to learn all these people. Iliev. Looks like they could stay as a secondary. And then Jong. Looks like they could be our third. And we got Thielman, who, I don't know, we'll just throw him in there as a... All right, so there's our team. We got a couple of our strikers. We got some backups. We'll drop Antonio here. Obviously, we're going to play Johnny maybe as our primary. Malin... No, sorry, Johnny wouldn't be our primary. He's going to come back here probably midfield. Probably Malin then. Nope, there's Malin right there. Okay, well then Lokwa. Lokwa would be our primary. Lubak. No, Lokwa was down here too. Goodness, everybody's down there. Who's our best guy? Brian Gill. Apparently. If we get rid of some of these other guys. I'm going to probably do something like this. We'll just get some of those guys off. I'm just going to try and look at what we've got. Actually, let me pull those other guys back on here, those bottom two. Just to make sure I know what we've got. Something like that. I mean, this may not be... This is more about, do we have enough in each spot to have a primary and a secondary? Not necessarily where they're actually going to play. You know, I've talked about this before. I just want to make sure we have enough. Some of these guys are going to be able to play in multiple positions, and we'll just play in whatever best position we want to play at that given time. So, no worries there. Lubak... Yep, that's fine. Bruckner, it's fine. This blah, whatever person, looks like they play better there, so we're going to pull him back to midfield. Denis also plays better back here, so we'll pull you back to midfield. Again, they could play as attacking midfielder if we need him to. Amadi, we'll take Zhang off because we got him up front. We'll come back to you other guys. We got a lot of midfielders. Apparently we can have a bigger team in the Bundesliga, which is good. I probably prefer to have my best defender as a central defender as opposed to a wing back. So we'll say Lucas, was this Hernandez? Oh, Henrique Calado Jr. Is he from like Colombia or something like that? Brazilian. A lot of the guys in South America I notice have 4 names. They have their I guess their name, they got their mother's name, they got their father's name, and I forget what the other, I think maybe it's just a middle name or something like that, but they have a lot of times they have more than just the 3 names that we're used to. All right, so we'll put you in there. Bruckner. Oh, Brian Gill. Brian Gill looks like he can play back here, but if he plays a little bit better up there, we'll leave him up there. Bruckner, I don't know if it matters. We'll leave him on the... Put him on the right for right now, because we can play Viberti over here. Bornau can play... Amadi's in here. So we'll play Amadi as a defender instead, because he was pretty far down the midfielder list anyway. Ta, I mean, 2 stars not great, but we can make it work. And then Sagna. We'll pull Sagna off of here. Something like that. We're going to grab you. Let's see. Dennis, or sort of, whatever. You're coming back here. Ta can jump off. Coyote, whatever. Coyote. I forgot to figure out how to say these guys' names. Something like that. So we do have enough players to cover every position. Again, however they move around, we'll figure that out as we get into games. But I just want to make sure we at least had enough players in every position. And then we can see kind of what our biggest weakness spots maybe are. I mean, wingbacks definitely look like a big spot. I'd like a better defender. Honestly, 2 strong defenders really helps out. Probably striker and defender are probably the 2 things I'm going to go for first. If we're going to play 3 strikers up front, we want another really strong striker. And then a defender. So, and then maybe either midfield or attacking midfield, something like that. So those are some of the things we're going to be going after. It's going to be kind of hard for us because we don't have a lot of players scouted right now, I don't think. So we'll see. But I just want to show you guys kind of what we're dealing with, and then we'll go from there. So we'll be back momentarily. All right, we are back for our cup game here against FC Ingolstadt. And okay results, I guess, all things considered. As you guys can see, the last game we came in here for the Hertha Berlin game, drew them 1-1. We did get a goal from Lacqua, Junior Lacqua. We then went up against FC St. Pauli. Actually looked really good in this game. Got a goal from Thielman, got a goal, 2 goals from Malin, and a goal from Lacqua in this game as well. We then went up against Hanover 96. Should have won this game in my opinion. They got a late goal in the 90th minute. We did get a goal from, was that Iliev? Nikola Iliev. And unfortunately could not get the win there. So we're still in 6th place in the Bundesliga right now. I mean, we're within striking distance of 4th, to be fair. I think 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are probably becoming quite a bit out of reach at this point. But, you know, it is what it is. Looks like Locke was actually one of the top goal scorers in the league. That's pretty good to see. But as far as transfers, though, we've kind of disappointing. I'm going to be perfectly... I'm goodness gracious. FC Bayern. Anybody can win besides FC Bayern? Anyway, sorry. Distractions. Kind of disappointing transfer window. Mostly because we left a lot of money on the table. We had a couple offers out for some really decent strikers and just fell through. One was really, really good striker. The other one was one of the backup strikers from Newcastle, Stamikovic, and just thought it looked like they were going to both go through, and they just did not. Pretty disappointing overall. So that means we still have 77 million euros, almost 78 million euros just sitting there, and plenty of wage budget. It just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. We needed at least one of those, if not both of those players, to really make a difference. That's a lot of money just sitting there, just nothing. I mean, the good news is there's going to be some money that's in the budget that maybe will give us a slightly higher budget next year. I doubt the transfer budget will be that much higher, but overall the overall balance in the bank account will stay pretty high because we're not spending that money. So I don't know. I'm disappointed. We did make one massive transfer though, and we will look at that. So let's go look at the transfers. Chartier was the one that I was trying to get for a decent amount. 41 million up front, could go up to 98 mil. He was a full-on 4-star, could go in at 4.5-star striker. I mean, it looked like it was good to go. The only conditional they had was that they wouldn't budge, is that they had to find a replacement, and they just couldn't find a replacement. I don't know how hard they tried, but they couldn't. So very disappointing to lose out on him. Yeah, we really needed that. But anyway, here's the transfers. Let me get my head out of the way. We don't really care too much about the outgoings, but we did have a couple guys go out. A guy named Oliveira went out for 19.75. A guy for... There's Dominguez right there. I forgot that we got it from here. We were just going to try and bring him back. Oh, that's so good. Apparently... Wait, it's not Dominguez, is it? Who was it that we... I think I'm misremembering. Who was it that I was trying to get just now? No, it is Dominguez. They sold him to PSG instead. Okay, yeah, we were trying to get Dominguez back. That's funny. That I forgot we got him from here, to be honest. Completely forgot. We're going to get back on loan. We were going to get back on loan, and we're willing to pay 64 million euros as a mandatory future fee. So basically, swash, get him back, whatever. It's okay. It didn't happen. No big deal. Anyway, Oliveira went out for 19.75 mil. Vibora went out for 4.6. We weren't really... These guys were pretty low on the list of, like, quality. Young here went out for 10 mil. Viberti went out for 36. The only one that might have wanted to keep was Thielman here. He actually, you know, showed up in a couple games. 25 mil for him. But he went out around the same time we were trying to get that other striker. And we kind of needed a little bit of his money to make that work and things like that. And it just... When that one fell apart, but this went through, it was disappointing. Honestly, just really disappointing. But... You probably can already see the incoming. We'll come back to Schmidt here in a second. We got this guy Davies on loan from Manchester City. Just 3-star, 3.5-star potential. Just solid central defender. Just someone who can just play. You know, that's unfortunately he's injured right now, but we brought him in here. Dominique Dominguez here comes in. Just another solid. He's 33 years old. Lots of experience. He's only gonna be here probably for a year. We're not expecting much out of him. Just somebody who can just come in here and just be a power hitter that's got some experience, things like that. That was the whole point of him. Probably paid a little bit over for him, but when I say over, we probably should have only paid like 3.5, 4 mil for him, or we paid up to 5.5. Okay, when we're talking that small of a number, it doesn't really matter. Not really. And then we brought this guy in here. This was a bad one, by the way. This was a completely bad one. A complete gamble. It was one of those where it was like 1.5 stars yellow with another 1.5 stars of white. So it could have been up to 3 stars and up to 5 stars, you know, if you can use yellow white for potential. And it turns out he is pretty much 1.5 stars. He still has potentially the potential, but that's not going to help us because he is a loanee. So we're not going to probably be playing him. Whatever, it is what it is. It's one of those that I was like, you know what? It's not going to cost us hardly anything. What if he turns out to be pretty good? I mean, it rarely turns out that the guys with white turn out to actually be as good as we think they could be, but especially with some of the stats. I mean, some of the stats were okay, but some of the stats were not that great. I just wanted to get somebody in here maybe as an extra backup rotational, and he just is not going to cut it. That's okay. Not a big deal. Didn't really cost us that much. It was worth a gamble, in my opinion. Here's the big one, though. Schmidt. So Schmidt, if we go back to Newcastle, and we look at their roster real quick, obviously you guys know Blind. Where is he? Costello, right here. So you guys know Costello, right? Really good player, right? Well, Schmidt was the player I was trying to get before I got Costello. And Schmidt decided he wanted to stay at Hertha Berlin. And so we then went for Costello and got Costello instead. Now, Costello looks like he might actually end up being a potentially better player. If we go compare him with Schmidt, they're close. I think Costello is slightly better, although Schmidt is better on the aerials, which is, you know, always good to have. But they're close. They're not a major difference there. Again, Costello is, I think, overall the better player, and I'm glad that Newcastle got him. But Schmidt was a very good player as well, and thankfully we were able to get him into this team. So we paid full price for him, though. We paid 100% full price. He had a release clause of 115 million euros. We paid 150 million euros. In fact, had I not sold all those other players, that was going to be my only transfer because that's all the money we had in the transfer budget. And I was okay with that. I was like, you know what? If I get one really good player this year, then we can get more players next year when we have a little bit more budget and a little bit more time. And I knew he was going to be good because we'd seen him. We'd scouted him with Newcastle. So he comes in and he's going to be a good player. He's already, you know, shown up and done a couple things for us. That's awesome. He obviously plays in the Bundesliga before, so we know he can play. But yeah, so I think it was good to bring him in. Did I say, I just said Hertha Berlin, Hoffenheim. Sorry, the other H. I think he's a good move. I think it was a good move to bring him in, and I'm pretty happy with that one. That's the one bright spot in all of this mess If we'd gotten that striker, man, if we gotten Chartier, I would have just called this a hugely successful transfer window, but it just wasn't. So it is what it is. We just ran out of time. Anyway, sorry, this episode's going to be probably a bit long. Let's get into this game today. Here is the team we're bringing today. Got several injuries to some pretty strong players. We got Davies here, who we brought in to come back here in the central defender role. Malin and Johnny, two of our strikers and midfielders, kind of like up front guys that are very good. And then Denise, we haven't really played him that much, and he hasn't really played that well, but just another guy that unfortunately is injured at the moment. So, man, I really hate that we got rid of those strikers. Oh, I should probably show this real quick. Here's our squad right now. Pretty weak on the striker side of things. Everything else we can work with, except for maybe the left defender. Not looking too good. We can always add Henrique back there. We can add some of these guys back in here. In fact, if we just reset everything. I mean, we've got some depth in some of these places. Midfield looking a little bit weak, but not much we can do about it. I mean, we're going to be okay because some of these guys can play around in so many different spots. It's just not as good as it could have been, I guess is what it is. That's okay. We just got to survive this season and really do the build-up next season. So here we go. Here's the team. We got to start getting used to these names. So even though I don't know who any of these people are. Can we change your name, my friend? Yes. Because there's nobody going to be able to say that name all the time. Set nickname to Georgie. All right, so there's Georgie in our goalkeeping role. He's getting a little bit old. We definitely need to start looking for a new goalkeeper next year, probably. Maybe the guy from Newcastle that we've been sitting, Armada, I forget his name. But anyway, the guy we've been loaning out, maybe we will pick him up. Schmidt, in fact, I might even go put an offer in for him just to join us at the end of the year or something like that. Schmidt, of course, coming in here. Lucas Henrique. He comes in here as a really strong central defender. Amadi is so far playing the best as the other central defender right now, with Bruckner on the right-hand side. These are the only two guys that are below 7, so not too bad overall. Lubac and Dominguez in the midfield, both on 7 pluses. Brian Gill, pretty good shadow striker here. Technically, Antonio Carlos normally plays shadow striker, but because of the injury to Malin, I decided to move. Excuse me, there's the yawns. There's the patented yawns for football. I haven't yawned in several episodes. Antonio Carlos is going to move up just to give us a little more strength in the striker role, since Brian Gill can play back here. And then we've got Lacroix and Iliev, both of which we've seen score goals in the last couple of games. So not the worst team in the world, but wish it was a little bit better. Let's get into this game, see what we can do against this team today. I don't know anything about this other team. I'm not sure which league they're in. Are they in the Bundesliga too? I don't have a way to click on it right here. Where are they at? They are in, League 3. So no, this should be a nothing. This should just be a tune-up game for us. An opportunity for us to see our players in action and see what they can do. Here's Schmidt throwing the ball in. Bright orange ball. Over to Lubac. Lubac to Brian. Brian up to Schmidt. Schmidt back over to Brian. Brian gets it up to Bruckner. Goes for the goal. Gets it off the post, though. Unfortunately, that will be that. Unless we get a takeaway here. The highlight does continue here. Here's another throw-in coming in from Schmidt. Into Lacroix, over to Brian. Brian gets it up to Carlos. Not quite able to run into that one. It was kind of a bad pass. Carlos was in a position where he could have run into a gap, but the pass was not where he needed it to be, unfortunately. Bruckner, are you going to be able to get that one? He does head it down to... Okay, Amadi's going to chase that one down to the goalkeeper. Amadi gets it up to Henrique. Henrique? I think it's Enrique, because I think the age is... I don't know, we'll say... I may change his name to Lucas, just to avoid bad pronunciations. Although he's a regen. I don't know if I care if I mispronounce his name. We'll say Henrique, because I'm an American who can't pronounce anything, and we're just going to go with it. The H is there. How dare you make it silent if it is in fact silent? Says the guy who has a last name who has a silent, some silent letters. We'll go with that. Oh, Bruckner with a goal attempt. Almost got there. It looks like it will be a goal kick, though, so it was not even touched by the goalkeeper. Here comes a corner kick. We have set up the best player we have for heading, but he's not near as good as Luca. We'll have to look for that as well. Brian over to Carlos. Carlos back to Amadi. Amadi to Bruckner. Bruckner pushing the ball up. Come on, buddy. Bruckner over to Iliev. Good head. Good header. Gorka, just a good save. Just a better save. And here's Amadi, heads it up to Dominguez. Man, Hiley is continuing. Lubach up to Schmidt. Schmidt pushing the ball up. He's going to bump it over to... Oh, there's Lacqua. Oh, wow. What a... Oh, goodness. What a save. Man, their goalkeeper is playing really well for a League 3 goalkeeper. Maybe we should go recruit him ourselves. Lacqua with the corner kick. Comes across. There's Henrique. Not able to get that one on target, unfortunately. Good to see Hertha Berlin and FC Bayern knocking each other out. One less team we have to worry about. That's really good. Come on, guys. There's Schmidt. We're getting lots of highlights. Just nothing going in the back of the net like it should. Schmidt pushing the ball up, though. Gets it across. There's Iliev. I can't get it to him. Lubach over to Lacqua. Lacqua to Lubach over to Dominguez. There we go. There we go. Dominguez. The goal on his debut, apparently. Okay. Oh, yeah, that Dominguez is the guy we brought in, isn't it? See the 33-year-old we just brought in? Yeah, okay. I was going to say. Sorry, I forget. I'm still not used to everybody's names. Give me a break. But yeah, Dominguez is the guy we just brought in. Overpaid for him by a little bit. Oh, my camera's been off this whole time. No. That's all right. You guys didn't need to see my face. I was saying we might have overpaid for him, even though it's only like by like $1.5 million. No, if he's going to score in the first game he's in here, I'm okay with it. I think he's worth whatever we paid for him. All right, corner kick coming in from Brian. Brian gets it across. There's Henrique. There we go. Lucas. Can we change your name to Luca? Probably not. No, I can't do that. Nobody can be Luca ever again. Ever again. I wonder how Newcastle's doing. I guess we'll see how they're doing in the Champions Cup in a bit. I mean, we're dominant in this game, but it's just we should be high. We should have higher goal count than we do right now. Here is a throw in from Bruckner into Carlos. Carlos back to Bruckner. He's gonna go for goal. Good save, easy save though. Not like we really challenged him on that one. And there's halftime, up 2-0. We'll take it, but we should be doing better. Quite frankly, we should be doing better than we are. That's okay. We'll take what we got. Looks like we're getting a red... Nope, not a red card. Is it going to be a penalty? Nope, it's just outside the penalty. There's Schmidt. Oh, Schmidt! No, don't take that away from him. You know what? I haven't checked to see if Schmidt's aerials. Jumping reach 17, heading 13. He could be in there. I think we have Henrique in there, who is a 18-15. Yeah, he's slightly better, but Schmidt, not bad. Not bad. Good on the jumping reach for sure. Just heading is not super great. Oh, Brian is a little bit beat up. We're going to have to get him out of there. Although he is bouncing back, it looks like, at the moment. Here's a free kick coming across. Carlos just gets to Brian. Brian gets tripped up. This time it's going to be a red card, I think. It is second yellow, so there's his red. So we have the advantage. We definitely should not lose this game at all. Carlos with the free kick. Gets it across. There's Amadi. Gets tripped up. It's going to be a penalty this time. Who's going to take the penalty? I think it's... I want to say it's Lacqua, maybe? Or Carlos? I forget who's taking our penalties. It is Lacqua. Okay. Come on, Lacqua. Good goal. Good goal. All right. Let's keep it up, guys. Keep up this momentum. We need to dominate this game big time. Just to show that this should not even be a challenge. Not that it's been a challenge, to be fair, but still not super happy that we're only up by 3. Another highlight here. There's Brian over. I should be doing a sub, actually. Takeaway there. Lacqua to Brian. Iliev. Oh, he should have scored that one. That was his to get, my friend. Who are we gonna... Okay, we're gonna bring Gil out of here. He's suffering pretty badly. Obegbamiro. Okay. We'll grab you and immediately set your nickname to your first name. Obina. We could say Obina. Obina gets in there. Good for you. All right, guys, come on. Let's keep it up. 70-minute mark. How many subs do we get? We'll have to check here in a second. Schmidt's getting pretty tired. Henrique's getting pretty tired. We do have some yellow cards, though, I would like to get out. Let's get this yellow card out here. Bornow can come in there. All right, last sub, maybe, probably. Get Brook out of there, I guess. Can we do another one? Just because I'm curious. No, we cannot. Okay. 3 subs as normal. That's what I figured. Our depth's not super great at the moment, but, you know, that's kind of how it was with Newcastle, right? We had decent... When we first got there, we had decent starters, not great depth, and we just had to build up better starters to make our decent starters become decent backups, you know, things like that. So we'll definitely be having a good transfer window beginning of next season. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping for some really good stuff. Get an opportunity to see how this formation will work for this team, though. So far, I mean, it's looking pretty good, although we haven't been super challenged. We haven't lost yet. Haven't actually won a lot. It's only be our second game of winning and 2 draws, but, you know, not terrible. Hey, I changed your name. Obina. Or Schmidt. Oh, it's into the highlight. Okay, let's just end the game here, guys. We don't need to give up a goal here or anything stupid. Don't give up a dumb goal. Come on. Oh, my goodness. We're about to give up a dumb goal. All right. Well, there we go. I mean, should have been better. Should have been a better game, but I mean, 3-0, still 3-0, so we'll take it. Looks like Hertha Berlin beat FC Bayern. VfL Wolfsburg beat RB Leipzig. Schalke is in there. Honestly, this is a winnable cup. Unless I'm misreading something here. We did win it last year. Too bad I wasn't here. But, yeah, kind of a winnable cup, potentially. So some of the big dogs have been knocked out. Who do you want in the draw for the next round? Still quite a few teams left, though, to be fair. I don't know. Schalke. Somebody. I don't care. To be honest, I really don't know yet. I haven't gotten familiar with these teams yet. Will the draw be coming up here in a second? I'm not sure, but we'll come back for the VfL Wolfsburg. I was going to show 2 games today, so we'll be right back for game number 2. Never mind. We'll come back early because the quarterfinal draw is right now. So let's see the draw. Who are we going to get? Draw. Next team. Prefer not them because we drew them not that long ago, but there's Hoffenheim. Okay. Okay. Who's left? Let's get FC Köln. Cologne. FC Cologne, as you would say it in America. It's Köln or something like that in German, right? Honestly, any of these teams are actually not that bad. We got Schalke. I asked for Schalke. Somebody was greasing the little spinny wheel that says, hey, he wants Schalke. Let's give him Schalke. I mean, we, in theory, should be able to get past Schalke. They are currently 14th, so should be a team we can get past. But we'll see. How did we do against them last time we played them? Beat them back in October. And have not played them again. Although we're about to play them again, back to back. So, okay, we'll see. All right, we'll be right back for VfL Wolfsburg. All right, we're back for the next game. This is the team that's right behind us in the league. We're in 6th, they're in 7th, so it should be a reasonably tough game. I did just realize though, I wasn't thinking about it, to be honest at the time, but even though I was saying our transfer window wasn't super great, we did bring in 2 starters, 2 guys that come into the starting lineup, Schmidt and Dominguez, so not terrible. Could have been a little better. Obviously, could have had 3 starters, but that's okay. I'm pretty happy with them, and they're going to, at least Schmidt will be stuck around for a while longer. I don't know how much longer. We might be able to get 1 more year out of Dominguez if we protect him this season. We'll see. Which would be good to have him again next season, just to maximize the value that we get from him. All right, come on, guys. We need a win here. This is a beatable team as well. I mean, they're right there neck and neck with us. Don't get me wrong, but still a overall beatable team. especially if we want to do the things that we want to do, you know, going into the rest of the season and into next season. So let's see what here. Let's get a good start here, guys. Come on. One thing was this will help us, you know, see some of our weaknesses as we finish up this year. See who we got to really focus on replacing next year. Oh my goodness, Gil. What is going on, buddy? Are you going to be able to bounce back? Knee injury. No, probably not. Oh, goodness. Well then. Guess we're bringing in Obina. Unless we have a better striker for Carlos' spot. You know what? We are going to bring Carlos back. And we're going to bring Mafia in here. Man, I cannot believe. Injury already. And we're looking okay. Just no scores or no highlights yet. Here's a highlight right here. Schmidt throwing the ball in. There's Lacqua. Lacqua gets it across. There's Mafia was there. Come on, guys. Oh, chase that down. Chase that down. Oh, he went for the cutting off the player as opposed to chasing for the ball. That's okay. Bruckner now has it back. Gets over to Amadi. Amadi over to Henrique. Dominguez, Henrique. Lubac. Schmidt with the ball now. Come on, guys. Cross, it comes across. Dominguez! What a sliding goal there. What in the world? So, Dominguez is worth it. Definitely worth whatever we paid for him because he is making a difference already. Thank you, Dominguez. Oh, you can see the dirt kick up. That was incredible. That was a ridiculous goal. Come on, guys. Let's hold on. We've given up a lot of goals late. That ended up games and ended up in draws. Let's not let this one end up in a draw. Let's hold on to this one. All right, a little bit of motivation there. Although one guy got demotivated, but that's okay. Come on, guys. Hold on. Would really like this win. It's a good win for us if we can get this one. All right, let's do another sub here. Yeah, Mafi's just not playing well. I want to get Bruckner off that yellow card, but I guess we'll bring him out. I want to make sure our guys can stay aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, this guy's aggressive. Come on. Let's keep it up. All right, here's a corner kick coming to Carlos. Henrique. There we go. Is that the start of many to come from Henrique in that Luca spot? So good. It's good when you got a tall guy there that nobody can cover. You gotta love it. Oh, Schmidt. Oh, goodness. Ah, goodness. He says he can shake off the knock. We're gonna give him a chance to shake it off for a second here. Shake it off. No. All right, we're gonna get him out here at 75th minute, if we even have anybody coming for him. Remember that guy I said that was worthless to bring that we got a loan for? Well, guess what? He gets to come into this game today. Lacqua pushing the ball up. Gets it back to Havorka. Man, if Havorka scores right there, I'm gonna feel really good about myself. Yeah, I knew it all along. He was a great player. Come on, guys. Actually, what I should have done probably is moved Henrique over to the left and pulled in another central defender, but that's okay. Dominique Dominguez here. Back to Amadi. Amadi over to Henrique. Lubac. Carlos. Lacqua. Iliev. Come on, Iliev. Gets it over to Havorka. Havorka. Show me what you got, buddy. Iliev. Back to Lubac. Turns around, gets it over to him. Tries to get him off. He couldn't get it to him. Here comes VfL Wolfsburg on the counter. Oh, we got in there. Dominguez, Lubac. Iliev. Yes. Good stuff. All right, I can't help it. I've got to change your name, my friend. I just know Henrique is wrong, but I'm going to say it Henrique every time, and it bothers me. So I'm going to change your name to Lucas. Because if you're going to be scoring headers into the quarter there, you got to be Lucas. We've got a Luca and we got a Lucas. Those are the guys that do the headers for us. So there you go. Well, different teams, but yeah. In fact, it's an honor to just call you Lucas. You have earned the honor of being called Lucas by scoring your first header from a corner. Come on, don't get them to have one here. There we go. Clear it out. Let's keep the 0. I mean, we're at 3, so it's not a big deal, but I'd like to keep the 0 if we can. I don't mind paying bonuses here, guys. We've got some extra money from the transfers that didn't go through. We'll pay out some bonuses. Come on. There we go. Clear it out. Havorka. Good clear out, actually. That was good. Lakwa up to Iliev. He's got a chance. Oh, I was going to say if he beats the goalkeeper, he has a chance. He just couldn't quite get it around him. Oh, we're getting another highlight already. Come on, guys. There we go. Henrique. Lucas. Clearing that out. Really? Whistle? I mean, it's not time yet, but why are we getting an highlight here? Are they really about to score on us or do something silly? No. Why are we getting highlights? Whistle. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Okay. There we go. Really strong game. Really strong game. We need to see more of that. Keep it up, guys. And goodness gracious. We got a couple good players. Schmidt in there. Of course, he's injured now. I hope he's not going to be too injured because we need him. And then, of course, Dominguez. 2 to 3 weeks. Oh my goodness, Brian Gill. Okay, I mean, it's not as bad as the 2 to 3 weeks, but it's still pretty bad. I mean, goodness. Okay, well, it is what it is. All right, long episode. It's actually the second episode that's really long in a row because the last one was the big episode of all the, the stuff going in for Newcastle, and this is the big one for, hey, welcome to Borussia Mönchengladbach. BMG, I think is how they have it initialed somewhere. Let me know what you think, guys. Is this the right team? Should we have held out for something else? Or should we just stuck with Newcastle a little bit longer, even though it didn't mean anything and would have delayed us even longer? I mean, we're here with an opportunity. Honestly, not a terrible opportunity to win the German Cup. First time in here. Wouldn't that be incredible? And then we just got to focus on the league after that. And we can work up to that, It's not an impossible task for us to win the German Cup based off who's left in it. So we'll see. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below about, kind of our chances here. I don't know if you don't have to let me know about the team yet because this team is basically not mine. We can talk about the team in the beginning of next season's episode. But anyway, we're going to come back for, of course, we're going to definitely show the Champions League stuff because we've got to show it's because it's Newcastle. We have to show us against Newcastle. See how badly, excuse me, my cap against the mic. See how badly Newcastle beats us. That'll give us a really good gauge of where we're at compared to where that team was. But I do want to show the Schalke game as well. Honestly, probably what I'll do is I'll show the Schalke quarterfinal and the Newcastle away leg. We'll go home to Newcastle. I left some stuff at my house there. I need to go pick it up anyway. So we'll show those 2 games, which means I will play the home one offline. I think that'll be okay. And we'll go from there. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.